Welcome to the Wildcast Podcast, coming to you from Wildcast Studios, with your hosts Adam Lund and Jeremy Boucher.
Oh, welcome back to Wildcast Christmas Studios for another episode of the Wildcast Podcast, your unofficial voice for all things Moncton Wildcat. As always, fanishers, I am your host and elf, Adam, and I am joined by your favorite elf, your favorite co-hoster, Canada's favorite fan, Mr. Jeremy Boucher. I ask you, sir, because it was asked last night, are you ready for Christmas?
So, okay, here's where we're at here. So I was informed by my wife that stockings aren't done yet. So
Ah, crap. No, I'm not done either.
so I still have there's actually more now that I need to buy than there was last week. So I'm even more behind the ball.
Oh, beauty.
So I have to get stocking for my wife, obviously for Avery and my mom and my dad. So when I said last week that I was almost done,
Yeah.
I am not done.
You were almost done last week, and
I
now
was
you
almost
still got,
done.
yeah.
Now, you know,
I
the
just realized.
stockings now. And you're like,
Remember last
oh,
week when I
fine.
said being a kid was way better because you got 2 weeks, you didn't
Oh
have to buy
my
another.
God,
Your parents bought all your gifts. Santa brought all your stocking stuff. It's just like, I got all Layla's gifts there. Still need the stocking.
I still haven't bought for Megan yet. Like, I'm just,
Really?
you know, we're
I mean, it really
less
helps
than
that
a
I
week
don't have
before Christmas,
Yeah.
and I am
Less than a
so
week, bro.
unprepared. You would not believe
4 days.
when it is Christmas Eve and all this is said and done.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to be like, let's have a good time.
A la Cousin Eddie.
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full. Yeah, no, I finished on Wednesday last week, right after we recorded. Right after work, went to the mall. Prime time parking. There was nobody in the mall Wednesday. Got her all done in 2 hours. It really helps that Layla is type A+, so she's very detailed on her list with pictures, with this is what you're looking for. Makes my life so much easier. I did go with a few things off her list. I didn't go completely off it. I went with a few gifts not on the list as opposed to everything off the list. But yeah, stockings have to be full. I didn't die over the weekend. I didn't die over the weekend as we
I
said.
thought you did Friday night.
No. We had our Christmas party, and see what had happened was I was just gonna go for a beer and something to eat and then go to the game, and well, that didn't happen. And I messaged Layla at what I thought was 11:30, almost midnight. It was 9:15, and I was home by 9:30. Trashed. Made myself feel better. Had a lot of water, a lot of Tylenol. Passed out on the couch. Made myself feel better in the middle of the night. Had more water. I swear to God, I woke up like every half hour because my mouth was so dry. And I couldn't find cough drops, mints, nothing to keep it in. Just felt like every half hour I was waking up to take a gallon of water. But I survived. And I hit my quota for 2023 of alcohol in one night.
Well,
You brought a couple bevies, and I'm just like, nope.
yeah, no, you can't do the final show,
No.
really of the year, right? Unless you got a couple, unless you got a cold one here, and there's, like I said, Christmas Eve. Once all this crap is
Yep.
said and done,
It's unreal how fast it comes, and then bang,
oh my
it's gone.
God!
And like I said,
literally within an hour, all the presents are opened.
Yeah.
and then you're mentally preparing yourself for dinner.
Yeah.
And that's just the mental preparation of stuffing your face is a lot more, I guess, enjoyable than anything else.
Well, like I said, everyone at work, I was like, these are going to be the longest 4 days because we got Friday off. And then they're going to be the
Lucky.
quickest 4 days. And then they're going to be the longest, even longer 3 days, quickest 2 days for
to
New
get to
Year's
New
Eve.
Year,
And
yeah.
then guess what? We get to do it all again as adults. Don't forget, as always, you can follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Moncton Wildcast, where I think we will be the official Swiss fans.
The official Team Switzerland
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Because I don't think Moncton's. I don't even think they know that Tybell and Mueller are playing.
No, well,
I
they
haven't
did
seen
say,
anything.
well, they tweeted something.
Did
but
they?
I think so. But no, they haven't really said
Yeah.
much about it.
So we'll give that a shot. We'll keep Mueller and Tybell's parents up to date, and then Instagram Wildcast Podcast, TikTok Wildcast Podcast, and here on the YouTube. We're gonna breeze through this because we got this one, and again, don't forget we got another episode next week. Next week will be the recap of the first half, moving into our expectations, moving into the second half. Obviously, we talked about the trades yesterday on our annual trade deadline episode. Quick question, and it's pretty simple, bro. What are some of your-
pancakes, waffles, or French toast?
No, but what are some of your favorite Christmas traditions?
Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
Geez, I don't have many Christmas
Really?
traditions. Everything's pretty normal.
I gotta watch Christmas Vacation. Watched that 3 times already.
Yeah,
I gotta have a box of After Eights to watch that,
I had like a whole box this morning.
bro.
You throw them in your cup of coffee, and it's
Hour.
like beauty.
Hour they're gone. If
Oh,
I'm
man, I
watching,
can dig
if
it.
I'm watching football, it's like it's a stack, and you just 100%. And then I gotta have an
Quality
orange.
Streets. I can go through a box of those too.
Which ones?
Quality Street.
Oh yeah,
That's a Christmas tradition.
yeah.
Um,
Gotta have an orange in my stocking.
yeah, socks and underwear and deodorant.
Yeah.
Those are classics. Lipsol.
And I guess when I was growing up, it was going to church Christmas Eve with my parents. Don't really do that anymore. And then it's just the food, the dinner. I'm not gonna have. We had it more so last year, and probably next year when we go to either Ontario or Alberta, more likely Ontario. Just the Christmas dinner, the turkey, the ham, the stuffings, the everything. Are you a week-long turkey fan, or are you a 1 or 2 days? Because, I got you a free turkey
Yeah,
from work.
you got me a nice looking bird there.
I did.
Just how I like them, young and frozen.
Because I'm
know,
not. That's why we gave you the turkey.
So-
I'm good the night,
Yeah.
the day, but I can't have 3 days of turkey sandwiches. I can't have turkey soup. I can't have 7 different things of turkey for the next week. I'm a ham guy. So for the two of us, a big turkey like we had, I was like, you might as well have this with your family and everyone.
Yeah.
Are you a big turkey guy?
I am a turkey guy, and I appreciate your bird.
No worries. Thanks, Moncton Honda.
I love your bird, Adam. It's a beautiful bird.
Bird is
Bird
the
is a
word. Bird. Courtesy of Moncton Honda, so thank you.
Yes. So Christmas Eve is usually we go to my parents. We drink responsibly, of course, and just like appetizers. Sister always brings over a cheese ball, which is delicious.
Oh yeah.
And there's your chicken wings, your pigs in a blanket, your spring rolls, shrimp rings, that kind of thing. Keep it healthy. That's where the deep fryer comes in handy.
Yeah.
And Christmas morning is literally, you open presents. Megan usually makes a nice breakfast, but she never makes breakfast. It's like Christmas morning only.
Yeah.
And then literally we just sit around and probably nap and then go to my parents for turkey and that's it.
So your sister comes over to your house?
Yeah, on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We usually we used to have a big thing where it was everyone from my dad's side of the family would go to my parents and we'd all, chit chat and have a good time. But over the course of the years, the family is kind of
Expanded?
not expanded, but distanced themselves from our side for whatever reasons, and that's okay. I love them. They're still great people, but it did get crowded. Let's put it that way. When there's 20, 25 people in a house, and but now it's just my mom, my dad, myself, my sister, my nephews, Megan, Avery. It's probably still a good 10 of us, but it's comfortable, right?
Yeah.
It's Christmas. That's Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, same thing. Go to my parents, have dinner. But Boxing Day is just a chill. Just a chill day. Clean up a little bit, and
Go to the mall. Boxing
not
Day
even.
shop.
Not even.
I remember growing up, and I lived in, Hannah, which was 3,000 people, so we didn't exactly have malls. That was our thing. Like we'd have Christmas at our house, and then Boxing Day morning we'd be up at 7 a.m., out the door by 8, head to Calgary, Christmas with my aunts and uncles, granny, and then just head to the mall for goalie skates or sisters figure skating stuff, because back in our generation, you had to actually go to the mall to get Boxing Day stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like now, Best Buy, I think they open Boxing Day sales Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's all online now, right? And
I think that's to stop
the
hoarding.
crowds.
Yeah,
Yep, 100%. Honestly, no. It's after Christmas dinner. There's not much going on. You've kind of got that relaxation period where you just kind of recover and look at your bank account and wonder what the hell you're going to do, and start selling yourself on the street to recuperate some of this money. And you get to New Year's, and
are you a New Year's guy, or have you
I'm
gotten
not,
less since you got older?
You've done less after once I get older, but I think this year's a little different just because we got the World Juniors in town, and there's
Go Canada.
There's some festivities going around that you just really you can't
Especially
pass
the last
up.
2 years, yeah.
Right? There's never been a ball drop in Moncton. There's never been fireworks on New Year's Eve.
Well,
in
the
Moncton.
Wildcats are presenting something, right?
Yeah, that's it, right? So for those that don't know, I guess we'll kind of advertise it here a little bit. So obviously there's the USA-Finland game at the Avenir Center at 5 p.m. And then afterwards, they'll be showing the Canada-Sweden game on a big screen outside on the plaza area. And once that's over, the Melatones are playing. And then at midnight, there's fireworks and a ball drop. And they're actually going to have Main Street closed from Weldon to Bonaccord, which has never happened on New Year's,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
So you'll actually be able to get that foot traffic without having to deal with cars. And the bars
I hope
are
a
going
few
to be...
stores are open too, like little Midnight Madness shopping.
The bars
maybe,
will be
the bars will be.
The bars will be.
There's
packed.
a brewery downtown.
Yeah, the bars will be packed. You're looking at Old Triangle. You're looking at all the St. James Gate. You're looking at a pump house.
Which I love about our downtown, and we're gonna get into hockey, we promise. Yeah. But our downtown, if you close it off like they're about to, it's just so perfect for bar hopping.
Well, that's it. It's not Halifax where you literally have to walk a kilometer to go from one bar to another bar. Moncton's literally half, not even, maybe 500 200 yards maybe, right? And you're from one end of the street to the other. But New Year's Eve is going to be amazing this year. I think it's going to be a next level kind of New Year's. If you're going to bundle up, you're probably going to be outside for a good few hours there, and there's going to be plenty of spots to sit down and have a drink and mingle and eat some food, and I think it's going to be a great time. I don't know what to expect when it comes to the fireworks, where they're going to shoot them off, what kind of a ball drop we're going to have, but I think it's going to be a different.
Something.
It's going to be different, and it's going to be fun.
Yep. And if you don't exactly want to go, if you can't go to the Sweden-USA game, you can head down to St. John, see the Spice Girls at 2 o'clock.
I know you're going to that, right?
The Wildcats and St. John.
You're going to that.
Potentially. The Spice Girls in the intermissions. We have confirmed that Jamie Tozer will be there. I don't know if he's on stage or what, but we have confirmed he's there. But, there's just things to do, and that's just what you want, especially the last couple of years. And I will tell you the key to a nice early New Year's Eve, other than getting smashed, is have your family in Alberta, and then you with little kids, and you can be like, hey, it's midnight here. It's 9 o'clock there.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, and we're off to bed.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to see what the weather is going to be like on that.
I looked, and it doesn't look that bad. Mine is probably like -5 or something like that, and like -5 is comfortable.
Yeah,
I can handle -5. I'm actually kind of excited for this New Year's. I am actually going to be out and about. Believe it or not, I am
+3 with a low of 0.
Perfect.
Done.
Wonderful weather.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for better. But that's basically what my week is going to be like for the next
10 days or so.
10 days. Let's talk
about
hockey.
All right.
News and notes from around the queue.
It's funny because I actually was thinking about it. I was like, I need a quick. Oh, I did. We didn't even talk about Christmas stuff last year. We got to get those. We got to get those in. News and notes. Obviously, some of the biggest news. The trade deadline is open. It's beginning. It began with a flurry of activity. We'll start Now, you heard us talk about it yesterday, a couple deals for the Wildcats. Darcy to Quebec for a fourth, Val-d'Or's fourth, and then Iasenza to Victoriaville for a first, a third, and a third in 2025. And again, the first is Sherbrooke. The third is ours from the Kalmakoff deal. Obviously, our thoughts were there yesterday on those deals. We saw that Gatineau was able to acquire LaPena.
Mm-hmm.
They acquired Alex Gendron. I don't think they're done. LaPena was my A, get him out of the division, just from a Moncton standpoint. B, as I said in the preseason, get him to Gatineau. That's the team that I got picked. That's the team I got going on to the final. I mean, just your thoughts on the trade deadline that, again, I forgot what time it was. I thought it was at 1 o'clock our time.
That's what I think
10
a lot of people. But then
yeah.
you start seeing trades starting to flow on the site at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, what's going on here? Are these GMs awake early? And, Gilles Courteau wants to start his retirement a little early and open up the fax lines.
Yeah.
It's, with the exception of a couple, it's been expected.
Yeah.
Nothing that's, no trade that's really blown my socks off. There hasn't been that blockbuster yet that everybody wants to rave about and talk about and, blows up Twitter.
I feel like the Justin Robidaw
Was expected.
Quebec, but I feel like if it hadn't been announced in, September, August?
Yeah, that one would have
maybe-
been, your boom, that would have been your blow up, but it was expected.
It was expected. We just didn't know what the return was.
That's it. So there hasn't been a bomb as of yet.
Has there been a surprise one for you that kind of you thought like, oh?
Well, I think we got to look here.
Aside from here.
Aside from here?
Yeah. Because for me, Olivier Adam from Baie-Comeau to Sherbrooke.
Yeah.
I thought that would, I knew they were going to try to add goaltending-wise, but I didn't think it was going to be him.
That's an interesting
I thought it was going to be
move.
maybe Colombe or Hurtubise going there.
I think that's Sherbrooke saying, okay, well, nothing against Olivier Adam, but yes, he's a very good goalie.
Yep.
But there was probably some better options out there, and they probably think that their offense will lead them.
Yeah, you don't have to be great. You just got to be good enough.
Yeah.
And are you going to get Colombe or Hurtubise, or at the time, LaPena for a third and 24 and a sixth and 23, right?
And at this point, Colombe is injured.
Yeah.
So there's a
So is
question mark.
Lavallee, I heard.
Yeah.
Not the Charles-Antoine Lavallee that got traded.
Yeah. So there's question marks around whether Antoine Colombe will be traded.
Yeah.
So right now, you're looking at goalies that are available in the market. I mean, William Blackburn in Val-d'Or is one. And there's Hurtubise in St. John, which will fetch a nice return. But at this point, you're looking at Sherbrooke, and you're just thinking, okay, well, Olivier Adams is a good goalie, but we think our offense will, we're going to win a 5-4 game.
Yeah.
We're going to win a 6-5 game.
Yeah.
Olivier Adams he's capable of stealing games, but he's also just not. He wouldn't have been my first pick, considering there's still other 20-year-old goalies available, right? So I think that was the Sherbrooke mindset. He
feels like the safe pick.
Yep, he's a safe pick. He's a good goalie, but their offense is better, and that's what's going to help them win games. So that's probably my surprise.
Yeah.
It's not the name I would have attached to Sherbrooke, from the get-go, but it's still a very good pickup.
I think Jerome Baribe's favorite trade was Ren Aranda's fifth in 2023 to Chicoutimi for nothing.
Yeah,
Which you always see these trades.
I love those trades.
The complete things.
The compensation trades.
Now we talked to.
It was like a 12th for a 12th.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where was
Get
the
out of
12th for the 12th? That was a good one.
Get out of that.
Yeah.
So
Victoriaville and Chicoutimi a 12th for a 10th.
That was so stupid.
Sherbrooke getting Marc-Andre Gaudet again. That's one of those that you can make. In talking to Johnny yesterday, were you kind of surprised that we didn't see Melanson Kidney dealt on day one of the either or you think that those are the kind of deals that maybe take a bit of time?
They're sitting on that one.
Yeah,
I think that they're sitting on that one because they're. Honest to God, I think it's a package deal, and I don't know why, but I just think it's a package deal. If they were being traded as individual players to different teams, these trades would be done by now.
Yeah. Aside from Moncton, this is kind of a common thing, right? The package.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think usually you want to go a forward and a defenseman. I don't know many packages that have two forwards going, right? That a second.
And I think that's kind of the beauty thing about Kidney and Melanson. It's not, they're not Kidney like top 6.
Yep.
But Jacob Melanson's on a very good team, as I've said, third line player, like a perfect third line player.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's if they were being traded as separately, these deals will be done. This package deal will be the boom that everybody's going to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before we find out where
You
it's
feel
to.
like it's a Moncton St. John type deal where it's the final day we kind of find out a team sneaks in and gets it, or do you feel like
I think they
we're
both.
kinda-
I think
I
they
don't
both
think we'll have
played.
any deals from the 23rd to the 26th.
Yeah, there's
I
a
think
Christmas
the
freeze.
But do you think it's a final day, like we hear about it after the junior tournament's over, which we don't have to with either player, or do you think it's we will hear about it midweek?
I think this will be done. I don't think it's a. See, the thing with that is the last thing you want to happen is for these two to come back, get in the Bathurst lineup, and get hurt.
Yeah.
Now, the games start back up when? The 28th?
I believe so, yeah.
So these players they'll be reporting back to their teams. My guess is on Boxing Day.
Yeah. And Bathurst plays Halifax on the 28th.
So I think this deal will be done by the end of this week. And I think it's a package deal.
I'm with you on the package deal part.
That's absolute worst case scenario is I know Kidney's hurt right now because that's what knocked him out of the World Junior Camp.
Yeah.
But seeing him walk around the rink Friday night, I didn't see anything noticeable. He wasn't in a walking boot, didn't have no sling on his arm. So I don't know what the injury is. He was conversing normally with his teammates, so it's not a concussion. So was he just being kept out of the lineup for
Precaution.
Possibly.
Possibly.
But the last thing you want to happen is for the games to start back up and one of these two get hurt. We saw it on Friday night when Marcel knee-on-knee against Melanson, and he was down for a couple of minutes. And
I was honestly shocked that he was in the lineup.
as a hockey fan, you don't want to see that.
No.
Because you know that he's on the market, and the slightest injury, especially a knee, that's not going to go well, right? You're not going to, if you're knee on knee and that's an ACL or an MCL, you're out, minimum 2 months.
And we pissed him off going into Saturday.
Right? That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we never wish that on anyone.
So
no matter what the team
that
is, you
is
want
the
everyone healthy.
absolute worst case scenario right now is that you get these players back on the ice, they get hurt, they're out, for an extended period of time, and
which
then
is
you're
why
not
we
getting-
saw Paven as a D with
yeah,
Iasenza and Darcy out before
and that's
anything, because that's the last thing you
that's
want.
the
'cause
last thing you want.
these things are probably talked about Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and get them out of the lineup, and we'll make this.
Yep.
We'll make this deal.
And that's what happened.
Yep.
And that's you don't want to wish that upon any team. And that's probably my greatest fear right now as a Bathurst fan is
get this
not
done
as
before the
not as a Bathurst fan, but speaking as if I was a Bathurst fan, was having these two back in the lineup on the 28th against Halifax, and something happened.
Yep.
So to me, I think this deal, whether it's a package deal or whether they're sold off separately, it's done by the end of the week.
Before we get to the team of the week and your team of the week, the obviously big news that you said right off the hop, Mr. Courteau is retiring at the end of next season, I think, 2024.
Yep.
We've had him on the show once. Hopefully we can have him on again. This guy's been here for, 40 years?
It's pretty close.
And as a commissioner, he is dominating the Memorial Cup the last few years as the weak sister. But obviously he's done great things for this league and bringing the maritime hockey here. These are huge shoes to fill.
Yeah, 100%. That's why Adam and I will be the new commissioners of the league. You've heard it here first. We've got our applications in. We're going to be co-commissioners.
Can't think of two better people to do it.
You really can't, right? We've got
Look, we already wanted a draft in person.
yeah, we make it happen.
Yeah.
Right. And it's we've already got some ideas written down.
Yeah.
We're gonna cancel the CJIP rule.
Yeah.
We're gonna make training camps only 2 weeks long.
After Labor Day.
Your season's gonna start in the middle of September. We're gonna get away with Wednesday games, right? There's several ideas here that Adam and I are going to put forward to make the QMJHL great again.
Yeah.
If you want to be Mr. Trump.
Oh,
it's,
boy.
oh
boy.
It's
boy.
so it's we've got our ideas, and we're excited to take on the new role.
Yeah. Stay tuned for those announcements. The Q team of the week. Cam McDonald from the Sea Dogs, 3 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. Duke Malone for Bathurst, 2 goals, 2 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. Jordan Dume, 3 games played, 5 goals, 2 assists. Frederick Brunet, Ramuski, 2 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. Isaac Beliveau of Gatineau, 2 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. And Remy Delafonte of Shawinigan, 2-1, 9.36 save percentage, 1.6 goals against average. The player of the week, Jacob Malone from Bathurst. 4 goals, 4 assists. This shit pumped us on Saturday. I need that guy out of the division. I'm just tired of seeing that guy against us in the division. Hopefully they trade him to someone like, I don't care. Hopefully it's not Halifax. Someone who we haven't played, or we're only going to play one more time. Gatineau. Yeah, send him to Gatineau. We've only played that. We already played them once. And he wouldn't be coming back here. So perfect. All right. That brings us to Mr. Boucher's team of the week.
Yeah, so this team of the week is called Pack Your Shit. This will be the players who were traded Sunday or Monday, who I believe will make the biggest impact on their new team. Starting in nets, Frankie LaPena with Gatineau.
Oh, thank God.
Let's put it this way: he was stolen by Gatineau.
Yeah.
Charlottetown, Jimmy Holton. I'm sorry, buddy. What are you doing? You literally got your butt annihilated in this deal. Like, you did not do very good. You have an F, sir, on this trade.
Oh.
On D, Marc-Andre Garrett to Sherbrooke. Little bit of an overpayment, in my opinion. A little too much. It's paid by Phoenix. Deal. Very much a futures deal, especially that first-round pick. I mean, really. Nothing against him, but you are not worth a first-round pick. Also signed his NHL ELC this week, so I'll give him that. Maybe that's the first-round pick for all we know.
Yeah.
But overpayments will happen this time of the year.
Yep.
We're going to see it.
Yep.
Also, obviously, Frankie Iasenza sucks to see him go.
Mm-hmm.
Really does.
Mm-hmm.
But love the return.
Oh, 100%.
So, also glad he's not going to be in our division.
That too.
He will be a bitch to play against.
That too.
For very many years to come.
Yep.
Pardon my language. Up front, Simon Hughes.
You said pack your shit. You'd be a bitch to play with, pardon my language.
Well, the B word is a little worse than the S word. So let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Forward, Simon Hughes, Charlottetown. Liked him a lot in his draft year, and I think he's going to shine for his hometown team. Alex Blais to Blainville. Richie Thibault, if you're listening, if he was available for a 5th-round pick, I'm paying a 5th-round pick for Alex Blais. Let's put it that way. I don't know what happened with him. Had a decent year with Screamy last year, and then suddenly he was playing Junior A in the first half. So I don't know what happened there, but Blainville got an absolute bargain.
No, we totally had that pick too.
Playing a 5th-round pick. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened there. And finally, Justin Robidas. I mean, whatever. About time he leaves Val-d'Or. Get out of here. That's your Pack Your Shit team of the week.
Well done.
Thank you.
So, all 3 picks that we saw live have now been moved in that draft, and everybody but Paven for Moncton Yeah.
What a draft.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, it is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a hole.
Totally redeemed himself next year. All right, let's get into the Weekly Rewind.
Weekly Rewind.
So the Wildcats again go 2-1. So they go 5-5 over the past 10 games.
I said 6-4.
Yeah, they literally go 5-5, bringing their first half record to 16-13-0-2, 34 points, second in the Maritimes, fourth in the conference. We're not going to get into how we feel on that today. We'll get into that next week. We'll kind of go through these all together.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, a 4-3 overtime win over the Mooseheads. This was because of Filion. This was his best game of the year. This was his Shawinigan game from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 3-1 against the Mooseheads on the season, 0-3 against the Eagles. That would make sense, right? Filion was just stupid good. In the overtime alone, had 4 or 5 10-bell saves.
2-minute power play.
2-minute power play in overtime. He was the reason we won that hockey game. Hopefully this kind of springboards him in the second half. It really didn't on Saturday. Friday, a 7-3 victory. No idea what happened. I'm assuming one of the better games of the first half from the team as a whole.
There was a lot of very good things in that Saturday game. Jacob Steinman, and I think I kind of understand why Jacob Melanson had such a very good game the following night. Steinman just pissed him off.
Oh, really?
Save after save after save after save. Like you could tell that Melanson was getting frustrated. And I could have easily said he's going to have a big game the next night. And he did.
Yeah.
Jacob Steinman pissed him off. Like he was like making stops on Melanson left and right. If it wasn't, for those saves, I think Bathurst would have won both those games. Like it was, but impacts from Iasenza, who gets traded less than 24 hours later, a goal from Darcy, who gets traded less than 24 hours later. Just an all around, this was a perfect game. This was a really good game. The the Barbashev goal was a funny one. The second goal, I think it was. I don't even know what happened there.
Oh, really?
But yeah, it was good. I liked the effort, and it's as if the effort rolled into the next night for 20 minutes.
And that's where it's too bad the season didn't end on Friday night.
Yeah, because you kind of in that.
They hung Filion out to dry.
Yeah.
They were up 4-1. They had outshot them 18-6. They had pulled Litnoff. They went to Fleming. 3 shots in the second, 5 shots in the third. I mean, at one point, when I was getting ready to tweet, Bathurst had as many goals as the Wildcats had in shots in the final 40 minutes. They hung Filion out to dry. You can't have that moving on in the second half. And I'm at the point where each and every kid that goes home and comes back, take a look in the mirror, because we got to fix this second period crap. I'm so tired of having good first periods, having a lead, whatever, and then second period, outshot 12-3.
Yep.
They pulled their goalie. You were coasting, and maybe that was a problem. They were coasting like they were against St. John too early. But to each man in that locker room, we got to fix this, because you hung Filion out to dry in a 7-4 loss. You can't have it.
No, you really can't. But at the same time, I mean,
it is the last game, and I get it, and you're thinking about going home.
Your goalie also has to make a save.
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of where the whole first half thing comes into play, where it's there's been games where they could have won, but the goaltending wasn't there. The defense hung out the goalies to dry. It all comes down to look. The goal scoring is there. This team can score goals, but the defense needs to start looking themselves in the mirror and thinking, "What's going on?"
Sorry, I just saw the Barbashev goal.
Yeah, right. It's like, what the hell is that? Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah. This game Saturday was a complete let down.
It left a sour taste in my mouth going into the second half.
And that's the Jekyll and Hyde team, right? We talk about it. It's a little consistency would be nice.
Yep.
And we stress that almost every week where, we had an opportunity here to go 3 for 3 in a week. And, this was 2 points that slipped away.
Yeah.
Easy as that, like as Dave McKnight tweeted, it was 4-1, right? And that's just shades of that Leafs Bruins, right? Where you can't let a 3-goal lead, it is the worst lead in hockey, and you just cannot physically let it slip, and it did. And
it's not the first time, and that's the frustrating part. If it was like the third time of the year, all right, we understand it. You're getting ready to go home. You got plane tickets back to Tennessee, or you got plane tickets back to somewhere in Quebec, and I'm not saying Tennessee to call the kid out. But you got plane tickets to go there. You got bus tickets. You got rides home.
Yeah, he did put it on his Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
You're excited to go home, and I get that. But why not end 4 or 5? Even if it's 4-3 and they hang on, I'm okay with 4-3 and they hang on. A, because we get 2 points. But B, it was just the way they lost. It was just like they were like, it's 4-1. We're fine. We're done.
If I put any effort into this show, I would have gone and literally
put effort in?
Well, sometimes. I would have looked back and found out the record for the team's record since they came to Moncton in the last game before the break. Because to me, I having a hard time remembering them actually winning a game. I don't think we won last year. Don't think we won the year before that. But I'm positive we are below 500 when it comes to the last game before the Christmas break. And I understand it's just one game, but one game is one game.
Mm-hmm.
And that can go a while. That can go very far.
Yep.
We've won games in the first half we shouldn't have won.
6-2 loss to Halifax last year.
The year before, probably. I guess
it's a weird.
It's a weird stat.
We're not gonna go 2020. That doesn't count.
No, it's a weird stat, but at the same time, it's just there's always seems to have been an issue with this team getting up for the last game before the break.
Okay, we beat Bathurst in 2020.
Well, that was easy.
Or 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
So that's 1-1, and just the last time. All right, we beat St. John in 6-2. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go back. I'm actually. Gonna
it's for me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the frustration of the game. But my mindset is that last game before the Christmas break has not been our friend, but that very well could just be, how annoyed I am at how they let that game slip away.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, the second half is we're in tough. I mean, we're going to have 3 games on the road before we have a home game back.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
4 actually.
4 road games?
Yep. Cape Breton, Charlottetown, St. John, Cape Breton.
So there we go. So we're starting off against a team we haven't beaten yet this year.
We got 2 games against them in 4.
So, I mean,
hey, we don't see LaPena.
Let's pound some ass here, and let's
play 60 minutes.
Let's get real.
Yeah.
Let's get literally this second half slogan should be "Get real," right? Be real.
Yep.
Done.
And
that's the only thing. Be real.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Can the real Moncton Wildcats please stand up? Right? Like that's my.
Because in 24 hours you saw it. The 7-3 over Bathurst.
The win against Halifax, that was the real team.
The win against Bathurst on Friday was probably the real team.
Was the real team. And then Saturday was just
They feel like they're getting up for the games against teams that are above them in the standings and playing down to the teams that are below them. So they're getting up for the Gatineaus, the Halifaxes, the Rouyn-Norandas, the Victoriavilles, and then the Bathursts and the Cape Bretons. They're just like, we're meh.
Division games are the ones you need to win. Right?
And
these are the teams you play against the most.
Yeah, and they have a 500 record, or over 500. They're 11-6, 0-1 against the division. Halifax is 12-5. So we're right there. We're beating the teams we should beat. Kind of. We should be beating Bathurst. We should be beating Cape Bretons. It's just, I just want a consistent effort, and we're going to see because
Be real, get real.
Yep. They got 4 on the road, which was going to be a tough stretch with, 8 of 9 on the road over the Christmas, with the Christmas break in between. So, be real. We're going to get into our expectations for next week. But are you ready for everyone's favorite part of the show?
Yes.
Eric Murray, Realtor, buy a house from him. Stick Tap of the Week.
All right, so this one's going out to, obviously with the World Juniors in town, we have a team of volunteers that are going to be working some pretty long hours. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I've heard from a few that actually literally have 12, 15-hour days.
Oh.
And they're not getting paid for it. This is volunteer work that they've signed up for, that they've agreed to do without a penny being deposited in their bank account. Over the holidays even, right? So they're stepping up to make sure that this tournament runs smoothly, that all the teams have what they need, that the families have what they need, that the VIPs, that they get to where they need to be on time. I know I signed up to be a volunteer. I think you signed up as well to be a volunteer. We obviously didn't make the cut, probably because we're wearing elf hats in a studio. But look,
Pretty accurate.
If it came down to that, I don't think I could give up 12-hour days to be, not even watching the games.
No.
Right? If you're transportation, you're driving families and VIPs back and forth, from hotels to the rink to bars to restaurants, the movies to the mall. You're driving probably 12 hours a day. It's short distances, but that's a long day. And when you're a dressing room attendant for a team, you're probably at the rink at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're getting stuff ready, and you're a statistician, and you're keeping track of ice time for Latvia, right? And you're like, I wish I was tracking Connor Bedard's ice time, but you're tracking Martin's Badushkins. I'm just making up a name here.
Good player,
but,
though.
It's not it's not Lick My Sack that the brother of Jan My Sack from Hamilton, Lick My Sack. It's not you're doing it because you love the game.
Yeah.
You're doing it because you want to make sure this tournament runs smooth. You want to make sure that maybe down the road this event comes back, or maybe this event brings bigger events to Moncton, more events like a Memorial Cup or a Scotties Tournament of Hearts or a Briar or a World Curling Championship, something like that makes Moncton stand out on the map. So all the volunteers out there, this one's for you. You're going to be working some long hours. You're not going to get paid for it, but you're putting in the work, and you're the heroes of this tournament, because it wouldn't happen without you.
The Stick Tap of the Week, sponsored by Eric Murray Real Estate with the Remax Avante team. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Greater Moncton or surrounding area, make sure to check him out on social media or give him a call at 506-863-8802.
And that brings us to the Wildcat of the Week, presented by Rosemary Lynn Massage and Spa. We're running out of time. As Jeremy said, he's running out of time on stocking stuffers, smaller gift ideas. So I've got to figure it out for you again. Manicure, save $16, $30. Boom. Gel or acrylic nails for Megan. Boom, $55. Save 10 to 20. What else we got here? Pedicure. Get your mom pedicure. Get your sister pedicure. Boom. Save $15. They're only $40 right now. You only got a few days left. Again, you can give her a call, 506-830-1224. or visit them at 1224 Mountain Road. I may have just saved your Christmas. You're welcome. The Wildcats Walkout of the Week player is a guy that we expected a lot from coming into the year. It's taken a while for him to get his foot in the lineup where we wanted him, where he wanted to be. But this last week, he had a highlight reel goal against Bathurst, which made TSN. He had the OT winner in Halifax on a beauty. 4 points in the week. Your Wildcats Wildcat of the Week goes to number 10, Alex Mercier. That's it, bro. That'll do it. That's it. That's all. We made it to the end of the first half. Once again, thanks to
my family disappear.
Thanks again to everyone who's joined us in the first half of the show, all the guests, as well to our sponsors in the first half, as well to all of you who have joined us on the YouTube, on the Instagram, and Twitters, been here every week. We wish you a very safe and happy holidays. We wish you a very Merry Christmas. Go Canada. Go Switzerland. And just go to the World Juniors. Like Jeremy said, we don't know when we're going to get these again. So get out, see them. Please, everyone, have a safe and happy holidays. We don't want to hear anything bad.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Wildcast Podcast. Follow us on social media at Moncton Wildcast.